Hi everybody. As you can tell, I am not home. I am away. So, I'm going to try to do a video on brazing because brazing is one of the most portable forms of metal forming that you can do. It is not welding. It is more bonding. It's kind of like soldering on a hotter scale. So we're gonna try some. I'll put you guys over here somewhere. I was gonna move the computer over a little bit. There you go. Can I do this? Okay, sure, we'll do that. All right. Let's start recording. We're gonna record a video at the same time. Here we go. Well, hi everybody, welcome back. It's been a little while. Obviously, I am not in my garage working on the go-kart or the trailer or anything that I really would like to be doing. However, I am traveling for work, and I really enjoy welding as a hobby as well as doing it as a job. Now, I'm not so much welding for a job anymore, I'm doing inspection work, but besides the fact, I'm do a little project. It's in here. Actually, I'm going to do that introduction a little bit differently. So let me try that again. I need to sharpen this knife. This knife is dull. All right, we'll do that here in a second. Try again. Oh, hi, people. You came to watch me braze? All right, give me a couple minutes. We'll get to it. All right. Well, hi, everybody. As you can tell, I'm not in my garage today. Matter of fact, I'm nowhere near it. I'm in the middle of the mountains doing a project as an inspector, but I really need to get some welding in. Lo and behold, I couldn't get any welding rods. So we're going to do the next best thing. We're going to do a little bit of brazing. These kits are sold by Burnzomatic, and there's other kits you can buy as well, but this is a MAP gas oxygen kit, and you can braze with it. And I figured I'd give it a shot. So this is a lot less expensive than buying an oxyacetylene torch. An oxyacetylene torch kit, even one of those hand kits, they're about $400 to $500 for a good one. This was $95. And Tractor Supply is where I got it from. As a matter of fact, it even comes with some brazing rods. Go figure. That was not. I don't know why I didn't see that. Look at the rods we got here. Might be kind of useful for me today. Now, of course, I don't have very good lighting. I don't have very good anything. We got what looks to be steel welding rods. These do. Now, these coated ones, these are brazing rods. And it looks like they're brass. Sure, they're brass. We'll go with brass. That's not what I'm going to be using today. Now, this kit comes with a striker. Very good striker. I'm a mess. Bottle holder thing. The torch. What's going on over there? This is the most backwoods I've ever done a video, I think. So this is the torch. It has two. Let's get this knife out of my hand before I cut myself. Hooks into both bottles. I'm gonna drop it. This one is fuel, and this big one is for the oxygen. And of course, this kit also comes with two bottles. You got MAP gas, very common, easy to get fuel, and oxygen. Both of these are very easy to get. Tractor Supply carries them. Tractor Supply is one of my go-to places. See if I can leave a link in the description for it. And what we're gonna do, maybe, these things have little black caps on them. They're kind of hard to get off. There we go. I like to save these black caps because when I'm done, I put everything away. I like to put the caps back on. Okay, now we'll hook these up. Make sure you hook up the right ones. Remember, small one is for fuel, big one's for oxygen. Also, if you forget that, oxygen tanks, at least for this, are left-hand threaded. So lefty tighty, righty loosey. Maybe. There we go. Make sure they're pretty tight, but still easy to get off. Come on. And then this, righty tighty, lefty loosey. Also important to ensure that you have a good connection. You don't want any fuel leaking. It can cause problems. Okay, that's it. Now I am going to put these tanks on the ground because that way they're out of the way of the flames. It would also be beneficial to probably strap them down. We'll see how well we do. And I got the torch. That torch has a very small little flame. Now you can braze thin stuff with a regular MAP gas torch. It just takes a little longer. The heat spreads out a little further. So I can control a little bit more heat with this. I can control the size of the heat affected zone with this. Let's turn this on. So a little bit at first. I'm going to crack the oxygen open. I'm going to crack the oxygen open. A little less acetylene. There we go. And there we go. That's a pretty decent flame on that. I have a lot more power in this thing to go, but for the project that I'm going to do, this honestly should be more than enough. So let me show you what I'm going to try. And when you turn these off, you always turn the oxygen off first. And then turn the gas off. Let's see what we got. So I ordered this little kit from good old Amazon. And this is some 17 gauge. Yes, I said it. 17 gauge stainless steel. Now this kit, and it got for 2 of them. And this is for a vase. So now I'm gonna have to get out my bending skills, my origami skills here, and see how well we do. These have little tabs cut in them. God, that seems thicker than 17 gauge. That seems a lot thicker than 17 gauge. I think I'm going to get my light a little closer. I think that's a little better. Anyways, so now I got to bend these without breaking the little tabs on them. No, it did not come with a how-to guide. It just kind of was just here. Hopefully you know what you're doing. Of course, I'm going to pretend like I do. I bent these the wrong way. Oh man, I bent it the wrong way. I'm gonna break them now, watch. You got lucky. Nope, there they go. Stay still. Stay on. Ow. That didn't feel good. Yeah, alright, we're gonna save that for the welder. Good thing I have another kit. So I wanted to do 2 of these. I wanted to braze one of these just for the fun of it, and then I wanted to weld these. Now, one side has a brushed finish on these kits, the other side is a mill finished. I want the brushed finished outward so you can see it because it's pretty. And this goes on top of it. Or not. Why didn't they give me like how to fold instructions or something? Because I am the most impatient person that has ever existed on the face of this earth. What's going on, everybody on the live? I am pathetically failing. Alright, so I know that these two come together like that. I knew that. Okay, I'm gonna go get a set of clamps and probably like a bungee cord or something to keep this bottle from falling. Okay. Let's try this again. What is this? This will be brazing. Right now it's origami. I'm going to clamp this. Like so. Okay. Now, I'm thinking I need to read the box. Used for brazing, cutting metal, and welding. What? Includes, here we go, 3. Oh, there's silver rods in here? It's gotta be one of these. So the box says, comes with, where'd it go? 2 NS3 brazing rods, 2 PC3 brazing rods, and 2 WB5. I know NS stands for nickel silver. And that's what we need for stainless. I didn't even know they had it. I had some bronze and some flux. These has to be nickel silver right here. Yeah. The nickel silver right here. So what we're gonna do is see if I can't very lightly tack these. Now when we're brazing, we are not melting the base metal. Okay. We are getting it hot above 850 degrees for carbon steel. This is going to be probably about the same, actually, to be honest with you. And it's going to get to the point where the brazing rod, now this brazing rod is covered in flux. This flux is going to keep me from burning the nickel and the chromium out of it and all. No, it's not. This flux is going to keep the oxidization layer from forming before I braze. So once I'm done brazing, I have to quickly wash this off because the flux can also be very corrosive after a little while. The new job has been going pretty well, Noah. It's been going pretty well. Now, of course, I'm not home, as you can see. I've been out a lot, but other than that, it's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it. All right, let's crack that open. Get a little flame going here. Turn that down. And let's crack that oxygen open. Come on now. You can do it. Okay, we're on a neutral flame like we're cutting. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, probably burn the shit out of my hands. Where did I put my gloves? I don't know at this point. I'm going to get this super hot, and I got to melt some flux onto here so I can protect this stainless steel. This rod is way too large. Okay. I was afraid of that. So that rod is way, way, way too large. That's an 1/8 inch rod. All right, so we're going to go with my method. that, funny enough, I'm still going to need this. Okay. I also have some bronze strips. Now, this bronze is awfully thick. Well, this bronze is bare. This is a bare piece of bronze. This is tough to do on stainless steel without overheating it. So chances are I'm going to overheat it. Of course, this stuff is white powder flux. That apparently is defeating me. Come on now. There we go. Open up. Now this flux, like I said, is very necessary to protect the stainless. Stainless steel, you don't want to lose that chromium or nickel content in it. Now, in order to put it on here, I'm going to do something very unorthodox, but it works. First, I got to get this cardboard liner out of here. Save that. I'm going to take some of the granular flux. Okay. Take my spoon. Put some in here. Okay. And I'm going to actually take a little bit of water because I want to make a paste out of it. Now, typically you would want to use a brush for this, but I don't have a brush. A little bit more water. And stir it up good. Now, this flux powder is very inexpensive. It does not, it's not going to break the bank. So that entire can's about $9. You can get it on Blue Demon's website. You can also get it at your local hardware store, places like that. I turn it into a paste, and I'm just going to cover it up. And no, it does not matter too much as to how much you get on there. Just remember that you're going to have to wash it off when you're done because it will corrode the material very quickly. And now, what I am going to do is I'm going to turn this flame up because I want to get this stainless hot fast, and I want to be able to melt this bronze before I melt the stainless. Come on now. Oh. I'm gonna make a pop. Maybe not. Okay. Now hopefully this stuff is thin enough where it'll work. A little hot of a flame. A little bit of a hot flame. But it was doing it. Where did my other box of goodies go? There we go. Tractor Supply is my Harbor Freight. So obviously I need a little bit more practice. And doing it with MAP gas is a little different than acetylene. But it did work. Now, I also melted some bronze in places I didn't want it to go. Yeah, I definitely need to turn that way down. But definitely worked. Doing this takes a lot of practice. I can do bigger things. Doing big things is easy. Doing the small stuff is a lot more difficult. Which is why I'm practicing. So again, I'm going to take another bit of my concoction here and just pour it in the spot that I need to weld, which is really just a tack for now. I'm going to play with this. Now, the other thing too, I should be wearing goggles of some sort. That's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. That's really bad. That's pretty bad. That's not pretty at all. I'll get it though. Oopsies. In all honesty, I should probably turn it down even more. Let's turn it down even more and try again. Forgot my flux. That would be very important. You can see where I didn't put the flux on, it just kind of like rolls off. But the spots that I do put the flux on, it wets right in. I need to come up with a better system. I also need a paintbrush. Let's put it on this side. Okay, I got the entire joint covered, and it seems like the much lower heat, basically just barely cracking this valve, is what it likes the most. So I guess that's what we're going with. Okay. Very low heat. The bottles better stay up, because if you hit one of them valves, there goes nothing. Ow. It's not wetting in. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. So with it, you can kind of see. Now again, doing joints like this with brazing, not the best option. It really is not at all. What you want to do is you want to be able to control the heat a little better. I'm kind of running out of ways to control it. So I'm going to go rinse this off and see if I can wash it off with my wire brush. Okay. All right. So I've got two recommendations that I would make. Number one, wear a shade 3 glasses because I have a nice bright blue dot in front of my face that I can no longer see. But also number two, use a paintbrush. Now you can see, although it is not the greatest and the prettiest, let's see if I can show the camera. It is not it is brazed together, but I did not, let's see if I can show this right. Oh, that's hard to tell, but you can tell that I did not melt the base metal. Make it all sorts of pretty, and you'll be fine. And it sure enough does work too. Now, ideally what you would want to use for stainless, you would want to use silver solder with a P1 flux, which is some silicon stuff. That would be ideal. Brazing with bronze on stainless is incredibly difficult. Definitely doable. I know plenty of people that can do it. I clearly am not one of them yet, but I will be. I want to perfect this. But that's kind of an introduction. Like I said, if you want to do stuff on the road for cheap, the best thing you can do, $95 brazing kit from Tractor Supply. Comes with the MAP gas torch and the oxygen, the MAP gas tank and the oxygen tank. You don't need any extra. You don't need any extra power from anything. You just use flame. That's how they've done it for years. And then get yourself a $10 can of flux powder. And then some brazing rods. I would recommend, if you're doing stainless, silver. If you are doing something like steel, you can use brass, bronze, or anything of that sort. It'll be anything like that. But for stainless steel, silver solder is the way to go. But obviously I can't weld 17 gauge thickness material with an 1/8 inch thick silver rod. That just won't work. Oh yeah, they come out of nowhere. That's just a quick introduction. Just wanted to get on and do a live. I was going to do a video, but the video turned out like crap. So I'm not going to post a video. I'll leave the live up. Anybody want to ask me something while I sit out here and clean up my mess? Even though I'm not going to clean up a whole lot because I didn't make a whole lot of mess. I just kind of tried brazing for a minute with a not less than ideal setup. But you can still get shit done. I'll get some more practice in another day. I gotta wake up a little early. We gotta get out there and get some more stuff done. We're not behind, but I can't say we're ahead either. Oh, and for those of you listening, coming soon, very soon, we are doing a podcast. And for those of you who don't know these people, you will. It's me, Stickman Fab, Dave from Better Dave, and Mike from M3B Trailers. We have all been instructors together, and we've had a lot of fun doing our weird antics. And since I've been traveling, we haven't been able to do them. So now we tossed around the idea before about saying, hey, we should do a podcast, and kind of joked about it. And then I said, you know what? Maybe we should try it. So our first episode is going to be recorded on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to try and make it live. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm going to try. If it works out, fantastic. If not, I will put it up on the YouTube channel for you guys to listen to. It is just about us as welders from different parts of the industry talking about welding things, or not. We're all ADHD, autistic, whatever you want to call it. We're all on some sort of spectrum somewhere, so yeah. It's still going to be fun. But I got to figure out a way to do it. That's the hard part. This didn't come out too bad, considering what I was trying to do. I'll master this. I will master it, because now it's pissing me off. I got some capillary action in there, though. I need to break out my wire brush. All right, have a good night. I hope you guys do listen to the podcast. We're going to do it regardless of how popular it gets. If it doesn't get popular and we just do it for our own thing, then also be it. We're still going to do it, but you know, never know what could happen. what that is, but that thing's huge. Striker. All right. I might go sit out on the back deck. Yeah, I might do that. I'm gonna clean this mess up though. Yeah, let me clean this up. I'll go sit on the back and talk some welding stuff. Or not, just, you know, I'm fine with bullshitting. I actually should be getting to bed. That's later than I thought. I gotta wake up early. All right, yeah, we'll do that. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for this failure of an episode, but that's okay. Failure is sometimes an option. It's how we learn. I will get better at that. I can braze copper and brass. I can braze mild steel. I've never tried stainless ever, and I figured it was going to be a pain in the ass, and I think coupled with the fact that, one, I've never done it, and two, I wasn't wearing this, glasses of any sort, I couldn't see what I was doing. And three, I think I had the heat set up a little bit too hot on that torch. It's all right. We'll learn. I'll learn with you. This is trash. I gotta clean that up. That's it. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Not 100% sure when I'm gonna have content up in the garage working on something. I'm really not sure. This channel might have to take a turn. And by turn, I mean going to inspection and traveling as a welding inspector. Still want to talk about welding and do all that stuff, but I may have to be more of the inspection side. We'll see. And if I lose some followers from that, some subscribers and stuff, it's okay. Can't win them all. Not everybody's interested in inspecting. Some people will weld for the rest of their lives and be happy. I know a lot of guys that do that. I am not one of those. I love welding, and I do it as a hobby now, not so much as a full-time gig, but what the hell?